Hey guys, what's going on? Franchise Guy here. It is that time. We are going to start a brand new series today. This one going to take us all the way through the summer and in and alongside my Madden 18 franchise team, which I will be announcing that in the coming couple of weeks probably. But I just wanted to show you guys the start of this series. This is just the series introduction, our Villanova Team Builder Dynasty. You guys voted for it. It was a pretty decently lengthy process. Thank you very much to Moonlight Swami for the retweets on that. Got us a ton of votes, so a pretty good result, I feel. Villanova ended up taking it over Harvard in the finals of this little 16-team tournament that I ran. I wanted to get a real team in there. As you can see here with the conferences in NCAA 14, I did switch them up so that they do look very much like they look in real life. But there we go. We put our Villanova Wildcats in there with the Temple Owls so that maybe we can start a nice rivalry with them in the East of the American. Had to switch something up there real quick just to get that to be correct. Put USF back where they belong in the East. So there you go. That'll be our American Conference, our division here on the East side: Cincinnati, UConn, ECU, Temple, UCF, USF, and us. So Villanova going to take on the American Conference in this series. Got to have Temple in there. We got to be playing them every year. It's got to be something that we do. So that's going to be a big rivalry. Both Philadelphia area schools. You know, Villanova known more for basketball, Temple more for football, but Villanova making the jump to the big boys' house in this series. So here we go. Again, I fixed the Big Ten. You got Rutgers and Maryland in there. Conference USA. We had to throw Western Kentucky, Old Dominion in there as well to get the two divisions in that one. So again, guys, there we go. The independents look exactly like they should. The Mountain West looks good. Pac-12 didn't really have to do anything, as well as the SEC, but we did have to put New Mexico State and Idaho in the Sun Belt, so we went ahead and did that. So all the conferences looking good right now. I'm going to take you through some of the sliders. You guys can take a look. We're going to start at level 3, just because I'm not going to pay extra points for scouting. All I'm going to do with that 3 levels is get 3 scoutings. So we're going to go ahead and max scouting out. That way I can go ahead and fully scout somebody with 50 points. So that is the only thing I'm going to do. Everything else will have to be earned in this dynasty. But I don't believe in starting at level 1. So we're going to go ahead and start at level 3. With that coach progression rate's going to be normal. We're not going to up our coach progression rate. We're not going to do anything to alter that. It is going to be on Heisman. I'm going to try at 7-minute quarter lengths. If I feel like I need to up them, then I will, but I think 7 minutes should get us realistic enough for the style of team that we're going to end up being. So I think we're going to start with 7 minutes. It could increase, it could decrease, whatever it is. Maybe more likely be 8 minutes in the future, but right now 7 minutes is fine. I don't want Villanova to be killing everybody in the stat sheets. So everything else is pretty much normal. We're going to leave ice the kicker and home field advantage on. These are just some penalty sliders I got off of Operation Sports. We're going to try them out. Could always mess with those as well, but I'm going to go ahead and put what Operation Sports had. And these are sliders kind of off Operation Sports and a little bit of Swami. So I kind of looked at Swami's, looked at Operation Sports, and I kind of went on my own little thing. Again, this is something that can be adjusted at a further date. But for now, I think this will be pretty good for our purposes so far. So we're going to leave it like is for this first season at least, and maybe we can always make an adjustment later on. But I think these should work out pretty nicely. Again, guys, you guys have done an excellent job submitting your recruits. Every recruit that has been submitted so far is going to be included in the very next episode of this series, which will be showing you all of the recruits. But as for now, we're going to begin this dynasty and I'm basically just going to take you through some of the preseason things in this dynasty. And then I will make another separate video which will depict all of your custom recruits. Thank you so much, everybody, for your submissions. And start submitting them for year number 2, I guess. Here we go. Mark Ferranti is the real first-year head coach of Villanova. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep him on there. But we're going to go ahead and take this contract. We're going to use our 3 things. Just as I said, I wasn't going to use it on anything else but scouting. That is exactly what we need. So, and then I usually do believe in the injury. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that the injuries are solid. Nobody's getting injured. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Let's see. What do we got? All right. So, I'm not going to do the recruiting yet. That's going to be on the next video, where I do all your custom recruits. So you guys will definitely look forward to that. We're going to have a nice variety of recruits I want to get some 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 2-star. I want to throw a little bit of everything in there. So I don't want anybody to really be worse than a 2-star because I want you guys to have a chance to succeed and possibly get drafted and possibly go on to Madden 18, wink, wink. So, I don't want my schedule to be terrible. I want to give this team a challenge every single year because we shouldn't be going undefeated anyway. So, we're going to go ahead and put some challenges in there. This was actually really tough to figure. I wanted to get some local area powerhouses in there. It was a little bit difficult. Let's see. What do we end up going with here? I wanted to get an easy opener. That's what I'm looking at here. Trying to find an easy opening team. And it was actually really, really difficult to find an easy opening team. I went ahead and threw UMass. They're both local and an easy opener. Tried to get the next 2 weeks off, but I don't think this ends up working out at all. I think I totally went in a different direction. We got Texas in there, but I wanted to get local teams. That's the only problem. So I went into there looking at Texas, trying to see who we could get that might be local, and it was kind of difficult. So I decided, you know what, let's throw number 10 Notre Dame in there. It's a big famous school. Maybe we'll get a national televised game. Maybe we can showcase some of our skills to the world. Who knows? Anywho, they had Vanderbilt and SM. They had Vanderbilt on the schedule, and I don't really want to play Vanderbilt. So I'm looking at who's left, and there's really not a ton there. I threw Minnesota in there. Let's see. There was an open later on. There wasn't really a lot that I liked. But I said, you know what? I think I ended up throwing LSU in that spot eventually. Let me see. All right, so week number 3, we're looking, and it's difficult, but I think week number 3 has Penn State. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and throw Penn State on there because that's a local powerhouse, and I wanted to get that in there. And then we took UMass off. So we said, you know what, let's open up with Penn State. Let's leave the first 2 weeks off. We'll let you guys see a lot of recruiting. So we're going to open up with a tough one on the road in Penn State. Are we on the road? No, I think I switched it to home. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I switched to home. Okay, so yeah, we're home, then away. And then Notre Dame is going to be away. That's going to be in South Bend. That's going to be a rough game for us. I'm pretty sure this is what I ended up making it. Just because there's too many ats. So we needed a versus. So I think I made it against Minnesota. Yep, there you go. So we threw Minnesota. LSU is in there. We're on the road at LSU. We're on the road in South Bend. And I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line, somebody in the American is going to get ranked. Whether it be SMU, one of the Florida teams. But there you go. There's our final schedule. Now we're going to go ahead. I believe we're going to look at the depth chart. Well, we're doing red shirt first. We'll do the red shirting first. We'll take a look at the team and who is on it. You got junior quarterback Zach Bednarchik. He's a scrambler. He's not doesn't have any throwing power, but he's very accurate. He's a very accurate, very fast scrambler. You can see 84 accuracy, just no throwing power. I mean, a 70 throwing power, it's not going to be able to throw the ball very far at all. But we're going to go ahead and redshirt the freshman on the bottom, hoping that he will get better and maybe even start next year or be ready at least in his sophomore season. Then we got two running backs that top the thing, and that is Matt Goodzik, the senior, and Aaron Forbes, the junior. They're pretty quick backs, but they're like little scat backs. They're pretty quick little scat backs. They're kind of like Christian McCaffrey if you nerfed his stats a little bit. So that's basically what they are. It's going to be tough. We don't really have a fullback, but he is an incredible blocker. Unfortunately, he's a senior. You can see there the incredible blocking, great pass blocking, great run blocking. Definitely a guy you want to take the field if you need a blocker, but he can't do much else. Sophomore Changa Hodge is their best receiver. Unfortunately, he's not that great. Nobody's really that great. A lot of guys will be graduating. There's about 4 seniors there. Then you have a senior tight end. But we have the freshman tight end, J.D. Hernandez, who we will be redshirting. But Ryan Bell is going to be a huge part of the offense. With a quarterback that can't really throw far, you want to have some short, accurate plays for the tight end. But we want to redshirt J.D. Hernandez, bringing him into this series from the Hines series. You guys wanted to see it. He went to Villanova. We're going to show you his career. Maybe he'll end up getting drafted again in a new series in an alternate reality. Who the hell knows? But chances are he probably won't be a draft pick in this series, but we'll see. We'll see if he can make it. He'd have to go up a lot of points, but he's going to get redshirted. He's going to get a head start, so we'll see. As you can see, going through the team, it's not very good. The offensive line has a couple tiny bright spots for a team like this. Shockley is a pretty good player, the redshirt junior. Jeff Steeb is not bad at middle linebacker, the junior. Kabelski's really fast, but he's not an incredible player. We're going to redshirt some guys here, possibly have some of these guys jump up close to 70 or into the 70s by next year, we're hoping. We're going to redshirt that freshman free safety, as the safeties on this team are the best thing about it. Some All-Americans from a couple years ago and whatnot. So there's the team. You've seen the team. We're going to go ahead and set the depth chart. Depth chart is what the depth chart is, pretty much. I don't think there's really going to be any need to change anything. Those two guys are probably going to get a lot of carries each. So it's probably going to be a dual running back system, with the tight end being a huge part of it, and possibly even dual tight end sets. So you guys are definitely going to see a lot with tight ends and running backs in this series, because that's the team that we're given here. This is all the real names of the team. I've created it the correct way. If you go to Villanova's website and you look at their team, you will see that these guys are correctly created. Now, the red shirt stuff, the game automatically does that, so there's nothing I can really do about who's redshirt and who's not. But the sophomore, junior part of it, senior part of it, those are all correct. So you guys will definitely be able to see that if you just go to their website. You can see all the real players are on this team. A couple players left off just because they have more players than NCAA allows you to put in, but it is what it is. I use the default cupcake, and then went ahead and changed names and slightly changed some ratings here and there. I definitely nerfed, because they automatically give you a very good running back in Team Builder, and I nerfed him. So I nerfed both running backs to, pretty much nerf everybody. You'll see on the first game what our overall team rating is, and it's not going to be very good. But I hope you guys are definitely very excited for the series. I've went ahead and I've taken you guys through everything. There's the depth chart here. You can always pause this video, go back at any point to take a look at more of the depth chart, custom schedule, or or the red shirts or anything you guys want to. I hope you guys enjoyed the start to this video. I hope you guys are hyped for this series. Please let me know in the comments section below. Please drop a like on this video. You guys have been pretty good so far dropping those likes. Go ahead and do that. Another reminder for you guys, the contest that is going on for the 100 sub contest, and I will go ahead and probably put that link in the description below, so definitely check that out. That contest will be over on June 10th is the last day to submit. So anything that comes in on Sunday is not going to work. So Saturday, June 10th will be your last day to submit, and I will probably announce the winner on stream Tuesday on June 13th. So thank you guys so much. Again, the next video, episode 2 of this franchise, is going to be your submitted recruits. So I definitely look forward to seeing what you guys look like, what your players look like in here, what their ratings are, what their, everything. And start to see, pretty much along with that episode, we'll probably get through week 1 and 2 since they're just recruiting weeks and there's no game. So we'll probably get through that along with the recruiting episode. So everything in recruiting will be taken care of, and you'll get to see who we're going after, which one of you guys are on our board and everything, and we'll get to see, where you guys are leaning towards as well. So it's definitely going to be fun. Hope you guys are excited. That's it. This is FG Nation. We are out, and I will see you guys on the next one.